Hey guys, here we are back again, episode 2 of ESPOOKYS Talk. That's right. I am Arturo, here always with the co-hostess, with the mostest, the brujaha herself, Eva.
Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to clarify something from episode 1 about CAL FIRE. It seems that I may have been alluding and stated that they only do wildland fires when in reality they do it all, whether it's hazardous materials on the road or assisting local fire departments, they do it all. So thank you, bro, for hitting me up and being like, can you please clarify to the masses that CAL FIRE does it all? So here's your shout out. Thanks for being wonderful heroes.
And there you go, guys. We have a special guest with us today.
The one and only.
The one.
And only.
The only.
The greatest. Jackee.
Jackee.
Hey, everybody.
And of course, as always, we have our guru technician, Johnny,
Bravo.
The main man.
We're going to call him Johnny Bravo.
I was going Johnny 5 is alive. So, funny guys, that we were kind of going over a couple of things, and I was going through some of our emails from our listeners, and they were super interested in something that I think was really interesting because...
Well, their first request was please do as many episodes as possible. We love it. So I love you guys for all the positive feedback, all the positive corrective feedback that we also got.
I was about to say,
you're going to
didn't you get a lot of emails from CAL FIRE?
You're going to get, hey, bad publicity is still publicity.
Yeah, people be listening.
So thank you. We're taking it into account and making the best of it.
Yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and send us as many requests and stuff as you want. So give us some things to talk about, because today I think they were really wanted to know about invoking and antagonizing spirits.
That's messed up.
So you got to be careful when you're conjuring spirits.
Yeah.
'Cause you can invite things as easy as putting welcome mats outside your doors.
Get out.
I'm not even kidding.
Get
Eva
out.
made me get a Sharpie tattoo. She made me draw this on myself.
Yes, because we do have the capability of seeing spirits and invoking them just by speaking of them, which is why we needed to put on protection symbols.
And do you have one?
No, but I kind of wish I would have known all this, because
Well-
I talk about spirits all the time. I said Beetlejuice 3 times the other day, and, you know,
That's a fictional character.
well, let me tell you, it kind of falls into exactly what we're talking about, because I can remember back in the day when I was a child, the big one that everybody was trying to freak us out with was Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah. In the school bathrooms. Y'all ever do that? Turn off the lights.
Absolutely. I think we should all share a story.
You turn off lights in the school bathroom?
Oh, yeah. Like, you don't do that. I mean, you do that at home, too, right? But, like, you go in there and you're, like, trying to scare each other. So you just, like, turn off all the lights, close the door. You go stand in front of the mirror. And then you say, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. 3 times.
Well, go ahead. Tell us the story.
Well, I mean, honestly, I never, like, saw anything.
Really?
Yeah, I never, like, we tried it. Let me tell you, I even tried it, like, by myself in my house bathroom.
And you couldn't feel a presence? Nothing.
No. Like, I can feel presences.
Say.
It's kind of weird. Like, I can walk into a place and tell that it's haunted. And it's like this whole other kind of weird experience that's like blurring a vision at the edges and all that. But like with Bloody Mary, never had it.
That's so interesting.
I know.
So for me, I was in 6th grade, went to the restroom, and there was a girl playing around with that stuff.
School bathroom?
School bathroom.
Okay, lights off?
No. So the lights were completely on.
Okay, but what? Okay.
Completely
turn
on.
the lights off. You're doing it wrong.
No, completely on. And this girl was playing around with stuff that she shouldn't. And you can't say these things in front of me because you'll invite them in through what I believe is like my soul, right? So I'm there minding my business, finishing up, about to start washing my hands and everything. And then this girl is still playing around. This bathroom's big because, you know, it's like an intermediate school, right? So it's pretty big. And she's playing around with this stuff. The lights start flickering. And I kid you not, I blinked. It felt like a really long blink. And when I opened my eyes, the wannabe, it's not like a true mirror. It's like the children's safety ones.
Yeah, like the safety glass type things.
Some sketchy restaurants will have
They
it.
usually have like some gang symbol scratched into it.
Unfortunately. So yes.
I've scratched some of those.
But
Sorry.
Of course you did. I'm sure Johnny did too.
like it was like it was shattered.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
And I was like, it was like a weird shattered though. It wasn't like a true, obviously, again,
Yeah.
not real glass. And I was like really spooked out that I just needed to take like a breath.
That's crazy.
And then I finished washing my hands. At this point, I had to rewash them, put some water on my face, and went to class. And it almost felt like time stopped.
Well, that seems like a pattern for you too, because like in your last thing, you were talking about that, like you had like the long blink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, it feels like a vision. And like all time stops, but I keep going, kind of like a main character moment, right? But like a true vision, because like you said, everything gets fuzzy, right?
My big concern is this is all happening to you guys in broad daylight in the school bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, because like we're getting out of class. I mean, where else? Like you just like, and the thing too is like you try it in the school bathroom because like there's so many other people around. You're not gonna mess with that stuff in your house.
Well,
But these,
Although I did, but like,
I want to add that these bathrooms had like creepy doors as you enter and
they
exit.
always do. What is it? with
Where
school
did that girl
bathrooms?
go? My
Well.
question is, where did that other student go?
Oh,
Where did that
You
other
never
student?
saw her again?
Never saw her again. I looked for her on campus,
and there it is.
oh,
and I don't know where she was.
You know, things,
Absolutely not.
apparitions and things that kind of appear and disappear happen a lot. I've experienced them. You've experienced them. My Bloody Mary experience was a little different because it wasn't in the middle of the day and it definitely wasn't in a boys' restroom. But when I was, I don't know, I think I was 9. We were still in Little League. My best friend had a sleepover and he had a creepy old house. And in the backyard, he had, it was like a garage and they built like rooms on, and his dad was like a neighborhood butcher, like a backyard butcher. Making chorizo, you know, all of the different cuts of meats. They're all slaughtering things all the time. So he had a bunch of knives. It smelled like death. There's blood stains everywhere.
Great.
And
Sounds amazing for a
sound-
sleepover.
it was awesome.
Is that what made the house creepy? What made the house creepy?
I don't know. There was a lot of stuff going on over there. They were very.
Was it like something that you could feel, like a presence?
It was definitely an energy. You said it best last episode. You said something that I've literally repeated probably 10, 15 times. That energy is infinite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So whatever energy was around there, it was happening because we had this little sleepover and his parents wouldn't let us sleep in the house. So we had to sleep in one of those back rooms right next to the butcher shop.
Oh, absolutely not.
So, you know, there were some smells, you know, there's knives, there's stuff. And all of a sudden in this little shack, like there was like storage room. So there was a broken mirror in there. And I remember that one of the guys, it's like super late. It's like Bloody Mary. Like what?
Not
What
with,
happened?
Not with the broken window.
No, like
not
what
with
happened,
the broken mirror.
right? And then they said it again, Bloody Mary. Like, whoa. So now we're all kind of freaking out. We're young, right? After the third time, we're messing with each other, throwing stuff around and stuff. But you can tell when the people literally sitting next to you are not moving.
Right.
And no one was moving. And stuff started happening. And that's the
what?
freaky part. And then one of the kids, I think his name was Justin, anyways, bawling, crying. I saw eyes. I saw the eyes of the devil, those two little red, couldn't control them. We had to take them out. We had to go into the main house. There was a bunch of crazy stuff, guys. And
So
bloody.
like you saw the red eyes and all that.
I didn't see the red eyes.
Oh, because you weren't looking at the mirror because you're smart.
I mean, I wasn't all that smart, but I don't think I was looking at the mirror. But whatever he saw, and I know it hit him hard.
Damn.
It was crazy, guys.
I mean, how many times have I not told you
I know.
that mirrors are portals
know.
and you have to cleanse them and lock them?
And you also have given me a bracelet. I still have it. You know, you got your little tattoo. You know, so I mean, I know you do things to help protect us because you're right. But whatever happened, that was kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You know, the other thing about invoking spirits and stuff that I know you've used, I know I've used, pretty sure you've used. Johnny, I know. He's over there shaking his head no, guys. But for all of you out there in wherever you are, he's used it. Our Ouija boards.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Spirit boards freak me out.
I have to clarify.
Yes.
I've yet to use it.
What?
Get out.
I'm shocked.
So,
You have little planchette earrings. I
So-
thought for sure.
so
I
those
got
are a
those
gift
for her.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause
Jackie.
They're all her spooky.
They're very nice, by the way.
Yes.
Very nice.
I have always actually stayed away, and it's because if I do play, it has to be with people I trust. And I don't trust very many people
And there it is.
because if they are easily spooked, frightened, and we don't do things, you know, in quotes, the correct way, then now those things are out and about. We have to make sure that it's concealed.
Not only that, once they get out, how do you put them back?
You don't.
Well, you can,
You just like sage things and I know,
but you shouldn't do it in your home because that's your sacred, safe place.
Wow. I don't know where else I think I've ever used a Ouija board other than in the home.
So,
I've used it at my friend's house.
Well, I mean, that's still a home.
so this is why.
Not my home.
Well,
This
wow.
this is why it's
Way to
like,
go,
Sorry,
Jackie.
Allison.
Everyone,
Sorry,
that was
Allison.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jackie.
this is why you have to be so like I'm just a careful person when it comes to things like that. So I do want to try it, but I have to be around people I trust, and I know that they trust to be back to keep us all safe in the journey.
All right, so here it is, guys. I'm putting it out there into the Twitter sphere. I'm going to invite you to a spirit board session. October, November, whatever, right? And
Okay, yes.
we will do it right here, and I'll record some bites from that and put it on the show. What do you guys think?
That'd be dope.
Are you guys
I
all
think
in?
That's so cool.
Hey,
yeah.
we actually have an audience here today. Are you guys in? There you go. Yeah. Ooh.
Do you
Johnny
trust
has
us, though?
Johnny has the look. He's not sure, guys.
Oh,
He's
Johnny's-
not
Johnny's
about
out.
us. He's like, I don't think so.
Johnny will sit in the front yard.
I'm okay, but everybody who's present has to want to be there. That's
100%.
that's
Yeah.
the
I
first
agree.
sign. You know, they have to want to be there, and then we have to be respectful at all times.
Oh, yeah.
Which everybody here's really respectful. So I don't see that being an issue. And then in our minds and in our intentions, we just need to remember that we want to be kind and respectful and treat it as you would anybody that you love, and we will be perfectly fine.
So, Jackie, do you have any crazy spirit board, Ouija board stories?
So when I was like 9, my friend had a spirit board at her house, and we were using it. And I actually got in touch with this kid who had passed away about like 2 years before, and he was her boyfriend. And this is when we were like 9. Like, homegirl had a boyfriend when she was like 9, and he was like 11. He passed in a dirt bike accident, but I got in touch with him, and he was telling me things that only she knew.
No. I don't like that.
Yeah.
So he was 9.
He was in touch with
No,
you.
he was 11. She was 9.
Yeah.
And what kind of stuff were they telling you that only?
I honestly, I don't remember because I'm 40 now, so it was a long time ago, but it was things like, I honestly don't remember.
You just know that he told you.
Yeah. And I would
And she
ask her things, and I
confirmed
remember
it.
like, I would ask her something like, like, because we were testing it, and I asked her, or asked him, where did you guys first meet? And she didn't tell me this information, and like he spelled it out,
Yeah, of course.
or whatever. And granted, it could have been just like me as a 9-year-old being like, spell it out, and then coincidentally got it right, but like, yeah.
That'd be one heck of a quinkadink.
See, my belief, my opinion is that our bodies can allow other souls to borrow it. And I think that's what the spirit board is really about. And that's why I'm telling you that it has to be the people that I really trust for me to try it. So I think that was really brave of you to do at such a young age.
Well, when I was 9, I was like, let's go.
It was ignorance. It wasn't
Yeah,
bravery.
it was straight up ignorance.
100%.
Like, it was like
like I didn't know.
let me just play this little thing. But like now, if I were to go into it, I would definitely be a lot more intentional in how I would handle things, and like definitely like cleansing rituals before and cleansing rituals after, and just like making sure like I'm keeping myself spiritually safe and being a lot more respectful and being more like intentional in the types of questions that I would ask.
How was the experience for your friend? Did she find it like peaceful?
I mean, as a 9-year-old,
Yeah.
Well, when it goes to spirit boards, I kind of, I don't know. I always feel like someone's kind of moving the thing, you know, that kind of stuff. I never really got as big of a response as some of my friends and some of like your guys' stories, you know, but I did go, my wife Lori and I went to Preston Castle. Preston Castle is in Ione, California. out in Calaveras County. It's kind of out there. And talking about invoking spirits, we did like one of those little walks, and Preston Castle was a boys' reformatory, like a prison for boys.
That's messed up.
Yes.
Those things are messed up. Those things are always rife with hauntings.
Of course.
Sure.
And as we were going through and watching all of these guys, and they were kind of sitting around, and they had the little cat toys that light up.
Yeah.
And they were asking people, and it was super intelligent because they were asking specific like spirits to blink the lights and do all those things, and it was happening. And I was standing next to one of the little cat toys, and I didn't even know because it was super dark in there. And the guy was sitting around, Lawyer will remember this, he was sitting around and he had something around him and he was kind of doing all this stuff. And then he said something about to play with one of the cat toys, and right by my foot it was blinking, and I felt chills. And I know that that's something that's super common, to feel cold and cold areas. It was so freaky.
That's so interesting because the feeling I feel is heaviness. Like
Really?
somebody just took a weighted blanket that's like 30, 50 pounds. And I actually have a really awesome story, but I must be extremely respectful. I was paying my respects to someone who had passed, but they were a 12-year-old child. And I had hung out with him like a week before. And I'm a very hugging, loving person. So I was trying to give him a hug, and he said, "No, thank you." And of course, super respectful.
Yeah.
Of course, you want to play this like Lego game? Yeah, of course. And when I was paying my respects, I looked at my mother, and my mother was like, "Oh my goodness, Eva, you look," and after that, I don't know what she said, because I started to feel this super warm feeling, very tight, very heavy, and I could just feel like I was being hugged, but it was from a spirit, so it was very powerful, a lot of energy, and my mom had to catch me, otherwise I would have hit my head on a pew. And I just remember like this, it was like a happy feeling, like the most peaceful feeling I've ever felt in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't feel
awesome.
happy or peaceful in mine.
I think just different,
It was a different reaction,
Different
probably
energies,
because the
too.
energy was different.
The environment,
we were
the
in an
energies.
environment where these kids were being tortured
Yeah.
and beat up and whatever else. It was
So it was a
kinda
very
freaky.
negative space,
Oh,
and then
man.
you were in a very positive space, and then
It was crazy though.
yeah.
Just talking about it got my heart rate racing, because it's just like, again, you speak about this, you think about the person, you're inviting the spirit in, and in my case, it's a happy feeling, right?
So like, have you guys like seen like actual like full-bodied apparitions ever?
I want to say maybe.
So I'm looking.
Is that a kind of a
I'm
weird
looking
answer?
at Arturo right now because
that a weird
I
answer?
recently shared
Yes.
that I've been getting apparitions lately. In a
You
good
mentioned that.
in a good way. In a good way. Like, I'm not against it. I'm like, if you have something to say, like, just do it respectfully. Treat me with respect, please. Is all that I ask. But I've been seeing it, and my colleague has caught me, like, just kind of zoned in. And then it's
Well,
really,
she even heard it.
she heard it. She heard a sound as well.
Yeah.
But I saw a full-on person, and she just watched me kind of see something else and react, kind of jerk back. And she's like, "We're okay." And it was very comforting. She just knows it's so cool to
She's
work
the
with
mom.
someone that understands that I do see these things and just supports me in it. So that's awesome. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
So
I
tell the
think,
story. What happened?
Oh, here it goes.
Yeah. Gotta hear it.
So the
I
story
have to work
is
there,
that
so
I
don't freak
saw,
me out.
I
You don't have to go in that
saw-
gym.
I saw this person come by, and black like t-shirt, big curls, like think surfer vibes, like of hair. I still can't tell if it's a man or a woman, but just walked by and made like a big sound and then like exit out through like the back end of the building.
So like, what sound was
But-
it that you heard?
It sounded like the slamming of a locker.
Oh shit.
Like
That's
the
not right.
slamming of a locker.
That's messed up.
That's not right.
So then today,
Ooh, updates.
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 Today, I was looking outside the window of my office when I could see a face come up to the window.
Stop.
Like
No.
peekaboo.
Stop. Absolutely not.
Yep.
Next time you need help over there, don't
Yep.
call me. I'm
And
not
then
going in.
all I said was, "How can I help you?" That's when my coworker turned around. She's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, oh, you didn't see who was in here?
Oh, absolutely not. So for the listeners, if you don't know the layout of Eva's office, so she's in a PE locker room. And her office, the windows look out into the locker room. They don't look out into outside. And so nobody should have been in the locker room at that time except for her and the other PE teacher who were both closed up in the office. So that's messed up.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I work there too, and I'm no longer going to your office. So
I want to share that
so
the
there's that.
the energy isn't bad. I think it's just laying the foundation of when it's going to get me alone.
Yeah.
But I'm not scared. Well, I just want to help.
The times I've been in the locker room, both locker rooms, which I was only in the boys' locker room for like a second as we were like walking through before anybody was there. But like, it's like what I was saying earlier when like I know I'm in the presence of like something. It's like the edges of my vision get real blurry. And it's like almost like a heaviness, but like in my eyes. And I don't know how to explain it other than that. And it's almost like I'm kind of like feeling like I'm in a different time period of like whenever that spirit was there. That's what it feels like for me. Yeah. I've only seen one ghost my whole life, but I've been able to feel the presence through that way. And I always know. So in your office, when I look in that shower, like that's when I feel it.
Really?
That's why I don't like to use your bathroom.
See, that's super interesting because in that bathroom, I feel nothing. It's towards the back exit. It's towards
I haven't ever
exit.
been by the back exit.
So we have an auditorium that's relatively new. That space used to be the old choir room. And the old choir room had built-in like cement risers. So it was stadium style. So you walk in and you have to walk down these cement big steps. I was told that one of our teachers, that they went into that room and was picking up like books or, you know, like the music, right? And put it away. And then she walked up the risers. Just as she turned off the light, she heard a noise. She turned the light back on and those same music was on the floor again.
Stop.
So there are...
I'd be like, I'm not picking that up.
Get out, right? I'm gone. Yo,
No,
you know...
I'd be like, you
you
pick
hear
that
those,
up on your own.
you see
I'm
things
done.
where like the you hear noises and stuff and they're like, get out. I'm gone.
Yeah.
You don't need to ask me twice. If you're throwing stuff around, I'm out.
If the energy is negative,
I don't think she said, I thought she said that it's not the action, but the energy scared her.
okay, if the energy feels negative,
Out.
Whatever feeling you feel is the indicator. So it doesn't matter if one person was scared and the other one wasn't. You have to do what you feel. You know what I mean? And so it's going to be different to anyone.
To answer your question, I don't think I've ever seen like an apparition, but I know that I've seen like shadow people.
Oh, absolutely not.
Nope.
Yes.
That's different. That's a different
I
friend.
totally understand. It's
Absolutely
different.
not.
And it's in certain areas and stuff that I kind of added, like something would, you know, peek around a corner. You could tell the actual form and then go away.
No thanks.
I've never recorded anything. But yeah, that kind of stuff.
I just got the chills. Wherever that is, show me because that has to go.
Nope.
Why do the chill? Why do I feel the chills right
why
behind
are you
me?
Pointing.
Why is it right behind me?
Hey guys, it happened here. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it happened more than once. And in Calaveras County, again, where Lori and I had a house, I distinctly remember sitting, I've told her many times, she's seen it too, that we were sitting on the couch watching TV and both of us kind of look over towards the staircase and both of us thought we saw a woman on the staircase. But it was always out of the corner of my eye. I never could look directly at it, but that one didn't scare me. And Lori told me that it didn't scare her either. It was just like, oh, hey, how's it going? You ever watch TV? Come on over.
For reals, at that point.
I mean,
If that's the
what else are you
energy,
going to
go
do?
with
Oh,
it.
yeah. No, that was it.
If
Some
that's
vitamins
the
coming out.
energy, go with it.
Yeah.
For anything that you do not want in your home, and this is for our listeners, if you do not want something in your home, use your big voice, your outside voice, and say, I own this house and I do not share my space.
What if you're a renter?
Johnny, I
Doesn't
do
matter.
not share this space.
And that's the way you got to go about it. You got to
Get out.
get out.
I'm gone.
Please.
I was
Thank you.
I told the spirit in my house, who has decided to leave.
Matthew.
He's no longer there. But
Oh.
I know I'm actually really bummed out. But, he's moved on. He's in a better place. And I understand that. But it was really nice. It was like a roommate. But I pretty much told him, if you're not going to pay rent, you got to go. I'm kidding.
That's what happened to
kidding.
Matthew.
No, it's a joke.
You know his
It's
name?
how I cope with my sadness.
Or
by
did you just
telling
name it?
jokes.
No, he told me his name.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So he haunted her bathroom.
You think it's funny, but actually
Yeah, no,
Matthew was really respectful. When
Yeah.
people were in there, the energy would shift to the
He wasn't like,
hallway.
I never felt like he was like watching or anything like that, but like I got his name came through when I was there in her bathroom.
So it's strange that everything happens in the bathroom, but circling.
Well, I mean, bathrooms are a place where like, okay, so here's what I believe about bathrooms, and you guys can just laugh at me. But like, okay, where's the one place that you can cry and show emotion without like anybody like judging you?
The bathroom.
There you go.
Personal space. Vulnerability comes out.
Raise your hand if you cried in the shower.
All right, we're all
Oh,
raising
that's
our
me.
hands.
That's me.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, but like honestly, when you think about like places where you can like be private, where people die by suicide, like it's like a whole,
Yeah,
things happen.
Unfortunately, Matthew did indicate to me that he did pass via electricity, but he wouldn't tell me how. Just electricity was a thing. And I don't know, maybe he talked to you, Jackie?
I just got a name, but just felt like a general like completion.
Do you guys
Like he did what he wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
But he was still hanging out.
have you guys ever used like devices and things like that some of these spirit hunters and things like that have used to not just kind of like invoke spirits, but also to like get them to cross over and give them messages and things?
No, but I want to.
So when Lori and I were at that Preston Castle, I was just using my cell phone, just a downloadable whatever,
Oh, one of those apps.
right, and it says things like whatever, but a name came across, and the thing when you guys are talking about names is really interesting, and it's not a very common name. And then we all went down to like debrief, and when we were debriefing, they asked about it. Did anybody get any names? And I didn't say the name. I said, I did. Raise my little hand. And they're like, what name? I said, well, what names have you heard here? The first name he gave was the name that showed up on my phone.
What was it?
Dennis. It's not like it was a Anthony or Michael
Yeah.
or Robert. You know what I mean? Dennis, of all names, get out. I felt something up there. We all saw some things and felt some things, and I'm not telling Dennis came over on my phone.
Wow. I feel like names are like one of the main things that like spirits can really like push through.
But have you ever had a spirit touch you? So I was 12 years old,
Absolutely not.
and I went with my family to the Winchester's Mystery House.
Ooh, I like that place.
Oh, that place, that poor lady.
And as we were getting the tour, which was really nice. Shout out to the people who do the tours. I was walking around, and I think the furniture is very interesting and beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So beautiful. The craftsmanship on all this furniture is unbelievable.
The craftsmanship.
Unbelievable. So I was very mesmerized by it. When all of a sudden, I felt somebody tap my shoulder. And I was like, oh, it's probably my dad, being like, oh, here's my daughter, sidetracked again. And that's normally how my father taps me to get my attention. So I turn over, there's nobody there.
Yikes.
The tour
See?
had moved over to the next scene.
Stuff like that is what really gets me, because things like that happen to me.
What?
Whether it's audio, stuff like that, but like
Have you've been touched by a spirit?
I wasn't touched, but I felt like I probably would have been.
Would have been.
I mean, what I mean by that is, it's just, and I know
He's like, please, spirits, touch
I'm
me.
going to say Preston Castle
answer
again, because it's probably the most haunted place I've ever been. But
Oh.
Lori and I went there before the tour, years before the tour's back, when we first saw it, and it had a big fence around it, and they were redoing all of their pavement. And it was autumn, so there were leaves on the ground. We parked in the road, and I walked, I'm not lying, guys, a solid 80 yards. It was almost a football field length away from the car to get to the front so that I could put my little camera over the fence and take pictures of the front of this, because it's a really, really striking building. It looks like a castle. So I'm taking pictures and I'm doing my thing, and I swear it, guys, I'm not making this up for the podcast. I hear crunch, 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 and it gets so right behind me. Now me,
Yeah, what'd you feel in that moment?
well, I'm
What'd
going to tell
feel?
you, I didn't feel any fear, anything. I started talking because I thought it was Lori. It was that loud and that. So, hey, Lori, check out that upper window right there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking, and she didn't say anything. So finally I turned around, there was nobody there.
Oh my goodness.
And those were not animal. You know, animals go through the leaves and you can hear it. These were solid foot crunches. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah, like you
Dude, the
thought it was your
footsteps.
wife.
So then I looked down and there's Lori way down by the car,
Clearly not.
clearly 80 yards away.
Wow.
That, you know, I don't even know what to say.
The footsteps are like
And I feel like if
crazy.
I didn't turn around, that's why I'm saying maybe I would.
It would have, like, tapped you.
It got that close. I thought Lori was going to like touch my shoulder, look at my camera. I don't know. It was close.
Holy shit.
You guys should all go
Yeah,
there.
but
You
see,
guys should all check that out.
For me,
I'm down.
for me, the taps were like, hey, look, but it felt more like a worker. Like I was in its way.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Yeah, it was
tap.
like a tap tap.
Excuse me.
You need.
How many times have you been
need
in
to
Winchester Mystery House?
I've only been the one time. I
Twice.
need to go.
You've been there
again.
twice?
Yeah, never felt anything. I just felt, honestly, when I was there, like I didn't feel what I would normally feel if I feel a presence. It's more just like, I just felt bad for her.
If you guys don't know the story of Winchester, Winchester was the inventor of the Winchester rifle. And basically his fortune was based off of these rifles that were used in a period of time where they were killing people. You know, you're shooting people, whatever. So
For
when
war
as-
purposes.
As rifles are used for.
you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so when he passed, he had this grand fortune, and when he passed, his wife developed I don't know what she developed. It was strange that she felt that the spirits of everyone that died from the use of the Winchester rifle was haunting her.
And it wasn't just his death, it was the death of her children
Wow.
behind that, where she was like, she thought she was cursed. She thought that the people who his rifles had killed were coming back to haunt her. So she spent her whole life past that building her house according to the directions of spirit. She'd have seances and this and that and like follow their directions.
I heard that if she felt that if she continuously built, that they would be confused and not find her.
That's exactly
Correct.
right.
And then
that's
she
why her
had-
house is so crazy.
Yes. If you guys ever get a chance, Winchester Mystery House out in San Jose, California, it's amazing. It's an amazing property. It's amazing structure. The architecture's, but it's
Gorgeous.
stairways to nowhere, doors that open to straight falls 2 floors down. They're just, it's incredible.
It's cool, but for me, it's like, oh, this poor grieving woman. She like lost her kid, lost her husband, and
Yeah.
didn't
Good.
see anything else.
She did what she needed to keep going.
You know,
Sorry, Winchester.
invoking spirits and doing things that bring
Coming full circle.
that bring that type of energy. It's you're right. It's nothing to play with. But I do think that coming up here very shortly, everyone, that I think we do it. I think we do a spirit board or a seance or something. What do you think?
When the veils are low,
There you go.
I'm in.
Sing Beyond the Veil.
beyond the veil.
Well, guys, it's getting to that time. I think we're going to wrap it up here, but I just want to thank everybody for listening to episode 1. And for those of you who are listening right now, thanks for listening to episode 2.
Yeah, but I definitely want to keep reading your guys' emails or comments. Please keep leaving them. We do read them.
Emails, I know that you guys can leave comments and things like that, but our email is ESPOOKYSTalk, ESPOOKYSTALK @gmail.com. Make sure you guys let us know what you want us to explore with you. And for all of us here, check under your bed tonight.
And make sure you lock your closet and mirrors.
It's spooky times.